Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And this is one of our truck showcases. We are in our Super Save profile. And you can already see the truck that we're going to be showcasing down at the bottom there. This is a truck that I saw some time ago but couldn't get to work back then. Well, somebody's changed that and it actually works now. And so we're going to give it a chance. It's an extremely old looking truck, which, you know me, I like those. You'll also notice that the truck may not exactly be the normal street kind truck. And yeah, there it is. It says FRB 666, whatever, but it's a Ural 4320. And as you can see, this is more of a dirt slash snow truck than anything else. This is something you'd find like in the wilds. Heavy duty, extremely heavy duty truck, as you can see. Very basic, very strong. Very scary in terms. So only one cab, but otherwise from there, things start to change. Now it looks like there's a lot of chassis. But, you know, like this one, I don't see the difference switching between these two. What the real difference is. I don't see anything changing. Not the back, not nothing. But then you get this one here, which is an 8x4x4, as you can see. And then there's this one, which, as you can see, has a larger fuel tank and extends the chassis up and out, so you actually get a higher stance out of it. And then you have this version here, which I don't know if it's any different from this version. It does not honestly look like it is. And then you get this one, which actually puts like a container on the back, as you can see, and you get the little arm here on the side. A little grasp arm and whatnot. Believe it or not, with this version of the truck, you can actually haul a trailer. It will let you. It just looks extremely weird. For our purposes, I kind of want to use this one, but we're going to use that one. Motors are extremely limited. You have 300 horsepower. As you saw, it's actually base 180. Which you can't buy here. You can go down to 280, and then all the way up to 400 horsepower is its strongest engine. Now, some people get turned off by that, but keep in mind, this truck, you know, that's about what it had. This truck was older, didn't exactly have the big vehicles. There are transmissions. The Cam AZ 14. I don't know if that's a 14-speed or not. I'm almost afraid to ask because this says the Kamaz 15 10-speed, and then the Kamaz 152B 10 heavy. So the heavy says to me that that's actually geared for heavier trailers, which means slower. So I'm actually going to try that transmission. The interiors. This is what the interior looks like. You see, very dedicated to the older truck. And then Ural Stalker. You can see just kind of like put some stuff over there and, you know, puts in the back here, you know, like some hunting equipment. And then the sleeper, unfortunately you can't see it, actually does put a sleeper bed behind you, but does not change the cab, so you can't see that on the outside, which is actually kind of unfortunate. So why don't we go with the Stalker version here. You can paint it. As you can see, you know, that's just, and then ocean. Actually looks pretty cool. White, scorpion red, crimson and whatnot. I'm just going to go with that for now because I'm going to see if there's any other paint options. Of course, we'll probably be able to customize paint it. And then you can see here, there's actually quite a lot of customization on this truck. You can customize the tires. It does come with 3 tires. I mean, you can put basic tires on it, but it looks ridiculous, obviously. There's the basic Ural tire, the massive Polaric tire, and then same thing but without the green in the center. The problem is when you do something like this with the massive tire, it clips through quite harshly. You can see here, it clips through quite harshly on the fenders, and you can't remove the fenders. So in terms of looks, it's probably best to stick with the basic Ural tires because they fit within the wheel wells. Let's see here. On the side here, you can actually put different logos on the side of the truck, as you can see. I looked earlier and I like that one. This here, you can actually put a little light on the side of the truck. Right there, you can see it on the door. You can have the mirrors paint or not, which is, you know, a nice touch that you can actually change the mirrors like that. But its main customization options come up in here. Convoy setup. You have to be facing the truck and look down. Gives you this big setup, looking like for the long haul. You can see you got 2 spare tires up here. It gives you the big light up top, which actually does work. And the big stacks as well. It puts the big stacks in. And does take away, as you can see, the exhaust that was down here is no longer here. So that's a nice touch as well. And then on these sides, you can throw up a couple antennas or lights. I like to put antennas up and then put lights on the inside like that. Or you could have all lights or all antennas. You know, it's easy enough. You could easily just go for antennas. But I actually like to put the lights up front like that. And then, of course, you can put another light on it like that, which, of course, I'm going to do. And I'm going to show the front here first. See, you click there. It puts the, you know, side markers for the truck. On the front, you can change the bumper. It has monster bumper. The monster bumper has the teeth along here in the front. You can have monster bumper iron instead of paint. The roamer, which has all this in here, and, you know, a couple things down here. You can see actually look like fire extinguishers on the front. Standard bumper painting, and then standard bumper iron. So of course, you know, we're gonna go with the monster, and we're gonna do it in iron. But first things first, let's take a look at the bottom here. You can actually throw a winch, and putting the winch on will actually give you the option to have more lighting connections as well, which I think is pretty cool. And we'll put the monster bumper on. Then when you do that, you can do this. Now, sadly, I don't have that many lights because I'm not using, and I won't use on this profile, my store options, you know, the ones you've seen that let me like really tweak out a vehicle. Yeah, I'm not using that here, and I won't use it here. But imagine what you could do if you actually use something like that. I think that'd be pretty freaking sweet. And then, you know, here you can put, you know, you can actually just like hide them in the background like that. Or you could put just little lights, or you could even just like that. There you go. Why not? Yeah, why not? Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did the convoy setup. So the bumper here, you know, you can have big ass lights, and then you can put your little screamers. I like to put the screamers here because otherwise any other lights will completely block out your headlights. If you kind of like finagle it, it almost looks like the screamers are in the middle of the lights. So that's how I get away with doing that. And then down here, I like to put the little square lights like that because they fit. You know, and then you can do like that or like this. You know, you can just go nuts, and we're gonna go nuts. We're gonna go nuts. Because, you know, a truck like this needs lights. It needs lights. It needs many, many lights. More lights, more lights, more lights, more lights. Okay, stop lights. There we go. That looks a little insane. But still, I like it. Still, we're not quite done yet. You could have Mirage Ursel, which puts this light bar up here, which does work. And you can put your own connections in here. Or you can do that, which actually puts a roll bar on this monster. And then you can put your own lights. Like this. Because, you know, we need more lights. We need even more lights. More lights. More. And then you can put your horns on here. So we'll just keep it, you know, a little simple and throw up a couple roars, like so. And there's your customization. Oh man, that looks positively evil. That's too many. You could melt somebody with the front of this truck. Oh boy. And then, wow, that actually looks like there's stuff even in behind. Oh god, there is. Oh god. We want to be a really safe truck. So I don't even know how that works. I gotta do this. These big lights are like, they're like cool and all, but I'm sorry. I like, when it comes to things like this, I like these square lights. I really, really do. Besides, it's a little more uniform in the front of the truck to go with the square lights over. Although if you had things like Super Truck Stop and all that, man, the lights and stuff that you could put on here would be pretty insane. But again, we're keeping it vanilla, so we can not only show off the truck, but show off what comes like with the truck and things like that. So there we go. We have our super safe truck with all kinds of lights. But that's the extent of the customization on the truck. That's still quite a bit, though. Like I said, if you add in things like the Superstore, I forgot to put the, yeah, over there. If you put in things like the Superstore, yeah, you can put the nameplates. And actually, this bumper is supposed to be iron, not painted, so it matches everything else. There we go. Like I have on my main profile, my hard mode company profile. Man, the stuff you could do with this, with the front of this truck and all the spots for lights and stuff, be pretty freaking sick. But for now, this is what we're going with right here. So let's confirm the order, and let's drive this beast. This is just an insane truck, man. All right, job market, freight market. I will drive from here if there's anything interesting. Route length. Alright, we don't like those, so we're going to change garages. No, we want garage manager. Map view, and why don't we head over here. Quick travel. I should fire my drivers for now. It's not like I don't have enough money. Alright. Job market. Freight market. Here. Yeah, I can haul lumber. It's only 190 kilometers, though. 383 for 9 tons. Oh, I'm having the wheel issue here. I know what's wrong with this. I have to turn on real tires. I have a real tires, and for some reason that like gets rid of this trailer wheel glitch. I'm going to stop the recording and go take care of that. Although it won't fix the trailers right now. It will fix them in the future, so give me a minute. Alright. And we're back, and I found a suitable enough load. We're going to tow 21 tons of peas. That's what I'm thinking. 21 tons of peas. Looks like fun. I'm still thinking I'm going to turn my trailer mod on, at least one of my trailer mods on, and then I can shut it off. You know, this profile isn't that important to me. So, brake on. Let's fire this bad boy up. Oh, I forgot to paint it, didn't I? That's alright. Oh, that's a nice sound. Oh, one thing I wanted to do real quick, because I did drive this around a little bit, I actually wanted to turn the steering sensitivity up just a tad, because this truck doesn't turn very well. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. The screamers are different from the roars. But if you manually do it, it sounds fine. Alright, let's take that off. Let's get rid of this. Alright, F4. So we gotta make sure our lights come on. Click. And click. Oh, God. I mean, dear Lord, we're melting people with that shit. Oh, man, that actually sounds awesome. Oh, I'm already loving this truck. I really am. Alright. Let's go get our cargo, shall we? Listen to those brakes. Yeah, I figured it's going to have an extremely loud turbo. Oh, God, that's piercing. I love that sound. Sorry. And good enough. Alright, this thing turns like a brick. Oh, that turbo! Alright, let's take our load of peas and see how she matches up to the trailer, shall we? I already saw the issue. You saw I actually had to, like... Yeah. She actually lifts the trailer up. But that's okay, it actually fits. Shush. It actually fits. Which is amazing. I'm not on the gas, mind you. That's just the truck winding up. Let's haul her out, shall we? I thought I had a little bit more room, forgetting I have an extended bumper. Oh, she turned so slow. Actually, yeah. With the standard 10-speed transmission, you have to single gear it. I'm guessing with the heavy transmission, you'll get better towing out of it, even if it's only a 400 horsepower motor. I want to get her on a highway is what I want to do. That's not what I meant to do. I meant, fuck it, we'll put the oil. Oh dear God. we have warning lights. Oh, we've got warning lights. I wonder what happened if we like put all warning lights on it. Oh, I've got to try that before this video's over. I've got to try that. And that turbo's a killer. Ooh, I did not see that coming. I like how I hear the clicking, but I actually can't see the directional on the dashboard. That's something I've noticed. Look at the orbitals! Oh, that's too much. That is too much. It actually looks pretty cool driving down the road, though. It really does. You can come around real quick and get a snapshot. before we drive off the road. Actually, yeah, we're up to 102. So this transmission is definitely geared for cruising. Not made for hill climbing. This transmission. God, that whistle. I was way up there. God damn it. That is too much, man. It really is. God, that scream! Should not be able to hear it this loud on the outside, I don't think. Oh God. Bright lights. like that you can see the tire turning in the mirror there. Sorry, I don't mean to keep bumping my microphone. My cheek itches. On the one hand, this is actually pretty cool to drive. On the other hand, I'm going to be deaf by the time I'm done. Or I'm going to have a permanent ringing in my ears, one or the other. At least we're getting pretty close to done already. We've got about 95 kilometers left to go. Sorry, my cheek's still pretty itchy. I don't know what else to say. That's why I'm so quiet, and I apologize for being quiet. It's just like, I don't know. It's like I'm into the run, but man, I don't know how else to describe it either. You know, it's just, there it is. It actually is very, very good, but even if it's accurate, which I do believe it is, the turbo whine on this truck is ungodly. Oh, she can't turn that fast. Oops. Come on, baby, don't keep Tutu waiting. I've even turned my volume down and it still hurts. Oh, I almost didn't see him. So yeah, my little niece, it was time for her bath. We'll try and get her a bath before mom comes home. 'Cause for whatever reason, when mom gives her a bath, it turns into a production with a lot of problems. But when we do it ahead of time, everything goes fine. So go figure. Alright, thank God, we're almost done. I like the horn, I can't help it. Looks like this is our area here. We're going to try and back it in, despite the fact that she doesn't maneuver very well, but that's not a terrible thing. Long chassis, she's a big front end truck, she's an old truck, she didn't have that much maneuvering. See if we can slip it in here. Ah, she's turning back too slow. Still coming around too slow. Wow, we actually made it. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, something I gotta do real quick. We have got to do this. And it's just faster if I do it this way. Okay, we can only do that there. That kind of sucks. That's fine. And that, and that, and that, and that, that. And then we go... Aw, we can't do it! Damn it! I thought we could for some reason. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I can do it here. With these upside down here. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sadly, we can't do it like that. Or on the sides. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Still, that's more. Hopefully it's not light out. If it is, we'll try and slip it into the garage and rest. Oh, cool. So brake. Alright. F4. Make sure all lights come on. And then... Christmas time! Oh shoot, no, wrong one. There we go. And then high beams. That's just ridiculous. You got enough safety lights?
No.
Okay. Enough goofing off. Final verdict for this truck. Well, let's do a quick breakdown. It does have minor mod issues, like the big tires going outside the wheel wells. Not a huge deal. It is actually a little tall, and the fact that one of the chassis you can make it even taller makes for getting under the trailers can maybe be a little bit tricky. But as you saw, I was able to do it. And the fact that the trailer hooks up at the proper angle is actually pretty cool. But still, there's that kind of iffiness. Maybe, if, what if you put the big tires on it and you do use the taller chassis? What happens then? Not quite sure. But the fact I was able to get under a standard trailer, hook it up, and tow it without an issue seemed just fine to me. It has a ton of customization on it, as you can see. Maybe not as much as I'd like to see in certain areas, but the fact of everything that you can put on here, and it really stays true to the truck, with the big bumper guard and the big roll guard, almost like a brush breaker truck. And then the convoy setup on the back, the tires, the fact that it is tall, because this is actually a wilderness truck. It's like an all-wheel drive truck. All the wheels drive on it. These are things you'd find like in Alaska, Russia, places like that, out in areas where you really need something that can get through some rough terrain. Now, I wasn't able to build up a lot of speed with the 10-speed transmission, but I was able to get up to highway cruise speed, which is really good, and I'm pretty sure that the heavy transmission will allow you to haul heavier trailers, although probably at a much slower speed. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Overall, I could easily give this truck a 9, except even though I believe it's true to the truck. That turbo screaming in your ears is just, ow. It's going to take a lot for you to adjust to that turbo. There are some of you that will be able to. I would be able to after a time. I would actually get used to it, but it would take me a while. There's others that will adjust to it quickly, others that will adjust to it slowly, and then there's probably a lot of you out there that wouldn't be able to adjust to it at all, and it's not that I'd blame you. So keep that in mind if you decide to give this mod a check, that you'll probably either have to play with the sound down really, really low, or you have to have really good capabilities in drowning out other sounds. But otherwise, like I said, it'd probably be a 9. I would say I'd give it an 8, though, just because of the loud turbo. Even though it's very true to the truck, in terms of playing it as a mod, it actually does detract from it because it hurts. Because it's just that annoying. There come times in Sims where you might just want to tone it down a little bit for the sake of playability over reality. But it's still an awesome mod, and I'd recommend at least giving it one shot. Give it one shot. Take it on a short run. See how you like it. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this truck showcase of the Ural 4320. If you could leave a comment, rate, and or subscribe down below, that would be amazing. But until then, this is going to be One Big Bugger. I'm going to sign out, and I will see you on the road.